Oh, it's a boy SK1 skin of Sasama, you pencil the fly, we live, but fair too. Yeah, man, welcome to another dope episode with your boy SK1 skin of Sasama, you can Shazam, and I'm in there, and I'm in Kes, Sean Legend.
Kes Morales.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Simama
up and I'm
yes,
only Kes for that matters.
Ah, dear Gil. The fire no Kes
yeah, I'm civil Mkwali. The only civil that Met has.
It's going to be an exciting show. I mean, I'm kind of Tom Balakle Bitinach was playing a big role, entertaining a band, making sure a community to Ibangon every day. It's a lot, and so it needs to change. So, Tetanga, and I'm kind of put us future.
Asapila konoskele mana kuzeti.
I'm the ngazi introduce us future. I never was because
I'm the caps.
I was ubuso. Yeah.
Uthini wena? So that's singalentos.
Yeah, kabaxelela abantu
straight into it.
Yes. Abantu abakwazi ncam. They don't know the brand behind Kwanosmith Corner.
Oh, okay.
So kabanikela platform namhlanje bayazi kubani usifuyile.
Sure, usifuyile wathani? Ngoba betinarha uzalelwe apha etinarha, wakhulela apha etinarha. Angoni irrelevant age yam, but kodwa ke andifihli kodwa. Ngizalwe 82 apha etinarha. Yeah, I've got two siblings, two sisters. Omdala kunami uPhumza nozemveni kwami uNwabisa. Sishiyeke nomama wethu. My father passed on in 2004. Ndisese esikolweni ngePentec at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kasineke umfanekiso engqondweni ngexesha wakhula ngayo apha eTinarha because ndimncinci oyiwek weRoadman.
Yeah.
Kasipendele ipicture masithi ufunda ugrade 1 standard okay standard going standard 1. Yeah, and then the morning kunjani pha xa uvuka, give us the picture back in the days apha eTinarha.
Uqala umfunda ndifunde eVuba lower primary school. Principal yakona I think yayingumemos at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so ndifunde phaya from sub A until standard 2 1991.
Okay.
Yeah, 1991. At some point ngoda ndifunde eVuba i-class teacher yami ku sub B yayingumakazi wami unguMiss Jacobs at the time. Thandeka Jacobs. And then yeah ndikhulele enhlale eKasi eKhayelitsha. Svij umgwalo yathanda uthi libathi i-comfy heights. But i-comfy heights kabemuzi. So I then moved 1992 ndayofunda eMyo ke ngoku standard 3
college boy.
You're one of the first most black spanner, ne?
No, the first crew started in 91. I think it was just 2 of them kulanyaka go 91 and then ske ngoku safika ke siliqalana ke ngoku go 92. Sisefunda apha ngaseMagenes Park.
Yeah,
so siqale pha. Yeah. Afike ndabethwa iEnglish.
Manxeba sabuza. Suka.
Ndabethwa iEnglish bakulanyaka ezenzani. I'm John standard 3. Why English?
History mate.
As owner no failure.
That was yes. I was bangacela abantu basebazange andangasemuntu wayedom but ke language was an issue for me.
Umzabalazo plus feature kela xesha ukhula ngaka kunjani barafa apha eTinarha? Kwakulula for isikolweni wena.
I think ngexesha sikhula kuyo it's either mhlambi nangekho conscious enough at the time to even pick up bakwenzeka noni. But I think it was okay. Usase siye esikolweni singabi na disruption esikolweni singene eclassini phume ugoduke buye eKasi udlala ichallenge namajita.
Because khona bengicela mama sikhalishe bangavumelekanga uya kwanobohle back in the days eBrogweni it was
I think ngeke xesha noba ngikabhadli ukwenzeka kwezo zinto.
And you think wena skilemu yindo eya influencer political career ka Svij?
Yes.
Because ungumuntu esimazi yonke politics, but we'll get into that as ixesha lihamba.
Yeah, no, that came way later though. But like you're saying, is our value.
So what EMyo, and then you went to Cape Town.
Yeah, that eMyo 2000. Zanpin and John after That right through until matric 2000, and then 2001 I moved on Naya Pentec, which is now CPUT.
Okay.
And I enrolled for real, and it was a cost and management accounting, which was not really a preference. I wanted to do graphic designing or architecture. But I never applied in class and school. So the results are basically for full maths and accounting. So I could easily get into cost and management accounting. And then that's when the whole political activism started by Ellen Pentec. I think it was 2002 and then the active
What appealed to you in Sasco?
Lando initially that thing by Sasco had an alliance with the ANC.
Okay.
And coming from El Jadlin, which was ANC, and it's the only thing we knew at the time. ANC, Mandela, this and that.
Also from that background.
But having read King, I realized in fact the right.
Was the like, for example, Mnanda figure a CPUT and the best attract to a pass.
Yeah.
I think you need to be it's a politics.
It's for dictionary.
So it was just a background, you kind of from home by a turn ANC.
So basically, Svij watani, kumchita wasetinach. Grew up in Tinaka, and then go school were moving to Cape Town, for better opportunities, of course. And then we pursue a career.
Well, the fundile SCPUT, and then I started working. Go 2007 with my first job at Department of Education in Western Cape.
Okay.
Under of course the DA government. Then I moved here from there.
Of course.
I then moved to Lokuzana Department Human Settlements with provincial government, and then went to go and work at CPUT in 2010, Kalanyaga World Cup, and then I relocated to Joburg. Kubanandi Konba and not moving.
Okay.
And cool Kapa. There's a lot of racism in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So it growth yotagi paya
slow.
Yeah, but it's limited. You but you're not able to penetrate beyond that point. Yeah, but so and then I moved to Joburg. I've been this Spana who's got an events management company. Does a lot of businesses with Hulment. I worked for him for a couple of months, and then I pinned up Hulment again by the National Department of Human Settlements. And it's born in Pagala private sector.
Do you think like of many jobs got Hulment did it political background there did have anything to do with it jobs is Menega Hulment? Or can it was just based on
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. But 2014 the first job I got with National Department was through Ichomiam Unatim Chotwan, who was heading the office of Deputy Minister of Human Settlements. So Unati was in charge of that office, so he recruited me to that office.
Is it not nepotism?
No, it's not. It's a private office. Yeah. So it's a private office. The office is the deputy ministers, name minister. So they had liberty to choose who becomes part of a team. Yeah. But of course, good considerations, there's skills, the experience, qualifications and stuff. So yeah.
So Kalanga President, for us back CPUT while ndoni yakspaka iba no man be active up ndo wayibona yo phayenza ka wrong uqombishi I need to be involved in order to apply change up esikolweni.
Xa sothi nyani lando I think yenzeka by default. But I joined Sasco ne. And at the time they needed kuba khona processes most ze yoga campaigns for the SRC, Central Residence Committees and stuff. Yeah, so I had gone to that approach the senior members of Sasco. Okay. And I think the only reason that I approached at the time, and I think nobody my handsome, so I'll be able to draw in numbers. It was not an issue by the Khabuli. Honestly speaking, I didn't Khabuli at the time. Okay. But recruiter, but Kune Central Residence Committee. So that's where I started with leadership positions. Okay. So I got elected as deputy chairperson in the Central Residence Committee. And then the following year, I became the chairperson in the Central Residence Committee, which allowed me a seat with SRC.
Okay.
And then in 2004, I got elected again as the SRC president.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what were the benefits as a president? And in get class?
No, saying any class, but
7 years.
7 years I pay.
Yeah, any class, just that game go active kakhulu, especially kweza levels oba SRC president. Silekishe isikole kanje.
Yes.
Was iyadimanda la position yobu SRC. So kune policies university that you have to read up uzilandele so that uzokwazi uthethelela abantu ba based on this policy lo muntu bengafanga mhlawumbe ngiyamgxotha okanye ezi students befamba ziyazi allows ubuyele and so on and so forth. So isikolo sakho ke ngusithatha iback foot.
Okay, yeah.
Not intentionally, uyabo. Babanye abantu bayapasa beku SRC, but it means that I perform grand as an SRC member. So I somehow get that struggle in terms of the academics.
Okay.
Okay, going back to the background, two questions. Does it influence your political career, that side, the background? Some would say ukula from a privilege. Obviously, the country heights, went to Lyon, all that. Yeah. So, two questions. Sorry. One, did it influence a political career that side? Secondly, you have a son, right?
Sure.
Would unyana wako umyeke azokula kolqala eTinarha njengomntu wena ohlala eCape Town,
sure,
omkhulisele eCape Town, and you've seen ba upbringing injani yase Cape Town, would you allow him ba azokhulela eTinarha in a different circumstance?
Yeah. Look, okay, so I think if ngibame kahle leyo qala activism yam was not influencing background yam.
Okay.
Yabo. Look, having gone through culture yabelungu for a long time, from 1992 until 2000, I'm not sure that's how many years. Abelungu abawoyanga mntu except themselves and their families zabo. So it gets inculcated kuwe ba life is about you and your family, and no one else. So uphuma kwami esikoleni ngiqonda ba ndifuna uba grand, ndifuna uba successful, ndenze imali. If ndiyakwazi no family yami ningamkhathalela ngomnye umuntu. If I could wear a pair of Nike sneakers at the time, I'm okay. If awunayo any problem yakho. So up until nayo join isasco.
Yeah.
And then I got exposed to realities of life. And when I started to be involved in SRC, I realized ba unomuntu osuka kutsolo. Ukhuliswe ngomakhulu wakhe mhlambi, yabo. Like they genuinely don't have anything. Yabo. Funa kumlwele lo muntu. So I got the appreciation ba singabantu is different, backgrounds zethu is different, yabo. And I think yayantambisa in a way. Ndayibona ba abelungu kodwa abantu abangakhathali abaselfish abawezi kuzakho, yabo. And going to the second question, dinga unyana wami angakhulela eTinarha. You see, advantages zokhulela ekhaya is that uhlala grounded.
Okay.
Yeah, but like for instance, difunde myo para machita ambe ngawalapha ekhaya and beyofunda ekhaya. Yabo. So I would go to esikoleni sibuye khulule ndibeke uniform yami pa ngiphume ndodlala challenge namajita. Sidlala cricket matches namajita.
Zangudansa wena.
Dancer back in the day. No, sister wami wayedansa onwabisa
wayedansa. Nakumula wayedansa.
At the time I had a girlfriend wayedansa, so I would also travel la ballroom group to eGauteng and just to go and support.
Benzobuza kale dancing by is it ballroom okanye bokupantsha?
No, ballroom.
Kuba nisi tipos.
So
that's very church friend.
Yeah, so you know I'm not opposed to the idea at whatever point azohlala eTinarha. Afunde the basics zoba sekasi, abone environment is different and conditions zabantu zingafani.
Speaking
because
of
park le ndawo sihlala kuyo ngoku umelwane ngumlungu
Yeah.
akanasijomi
Yeah.
uyesikolweni abuya ahlala endlini adlala Xbox okanye abebhizi nefoni yakhe so ine disadvantages ezithile.
Before sishoot you mentioned bana ngoba sena ngebhola bana unyana wakho nguye kufake kuyo. You were not interested kuye football.
Yeah.
Is it just uyayibukela qha kanye does it play? Would you support like a football career okanye it's just nje interest nje yakhe?
Like cricket like lo uyalona.
No, that's true. Uyayidlala cricket. Uyayifuna udlala soccer. But isikolo esafunda kuso currently ko soccer. Rugby, so he plays rugby and hockey, so he plays hockey and cricket more. And he does a bit of athletics. I belong chief. Now I'm going to soccer because initially I played soccer from primary school. Then I turned soccer. Kumi soccer endo nazi weekends is. Then I soccer to a point that in '95. Under 13, I got elected for Eastern Province.
Is it?
Yeah, I played EP.
At
the height, makes sense. He defended Africa and then Argentina, ne All Stars. So coach Ongota Shakes, no Lendos, no Hermano John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Umkasi nyane most. Because for ungakwazi ofana nami because mnandi kwazi because nami sanda ufika eTinarha anyway so dikwazi bomini so ukwazi ofana nami would think bakabana hayi ngochile mhlambi ibone would abene assumptions yabo angakucingeli bangabana ongumjito okhulele kaso okhula namanye amajita oyazi libhola yonke la week but no ndiyabona ba hayi ongumkasi we can relate but kuyo yonke lento yakho yasekasi ne ndifuna ke ngoku sisuke from Cape Town.
Sure.
Siza apha eTinarha ke ngoku.
Sure.
You did everything in Cape Town but you decided to come back eTinarha uzoqala business.
Yeah.
If guys we didn't mention the owner yethu lena yase Mid Corner, one was Mid Corner apha ngase nayazi Mid Corner man. Yeah, owner yethu yase Mid Corner le if you didn't mention yeah. So you decided to come ukuze Tinarha and start a business.
Yeah.
But the business ibizwa ngeMid Corner.
Yeah.
But isityutywala siyathini kuyajiva kumnandi yonke la way umuntu would expect islaha xa siza kwindawo ekuthiwa kuseMid Corner.
Sure.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, ikale nini I think we started launching Mid Corner in 2014 December. The initial idea was kuba bendihlele Kapa ixesha elinzi and I had an opportunity to travel as well the country yabo through umsebenzi wami. So I got to see Chisanyamazi ezininzi. So okay the concept emnandi le way. Bandike ndiyitry le Chisanyama uyabo. But at the same time ndandihleli ndinento ba one day I would want to start something different from your traditional taverns eTinarha. Yabo was ufunde Kapa, you get exposed to a lot of things. It's a bigger city. You can't compare Tinarha and Cape Town for instance. It's a bigger city. It would be an unfair comparison. Yabo if umuntu wenza lonto le. But get akala ngenyama ba okay and fun things utywala. Ezazi into manzo ba conscious ba utywala society lendoni must things inyama yodwa yabo. And then allow abantu baze ke nento zabo zosela nentoni. But as ixesha lihamba we demand for utywala then started growing. But look man Svij gaske ibe one stop shop. Yabo asifuni sithi sihleli apha funeka siphume siya back so thenga drinks siphinde siphume sihleli apha. Inyama nentoni ze right ne lentos ne ambience le ndawo yakho I grand. Yabo. And then I later 2015 ndaqala ke ngola process yo lentos yo for a liquor license and then I think just before December I got a liquor license and then yeah perfect timing get peak yeah. So and then we started selling utywala ke ngoku ngo December 2015.
So did that boost ke sales after uthengisa utywala?
Sales the nyama were good before we started selling ulentos utywala ne sathengisa utywala the strange thing happened we sales inyama zaqala shit ayahambi inyama la shobi kadihamba
Abantu basithandile
and I think I got motivated inoba sithengise utywala because babhlungu inhliziyo yethu xa sivuka ngengomso ufuna siklinile qonda yiwala ama-MD imali yenziwe kwenye indawo lena ize kuthi uyabona qonda asika masiyenze nathi lento so we pursued it we fortunately sabanelaka sayifumana liquor license ngethuba
ilento benza kubuza yona bangabana if bungakhange uyifumanela demand from abantu to sell utywala would you have stuck with inyama okokoko okanye at some point ubuza icingi noba uzicingela ngokwakho thuba hamba manthengisa notywala?
I think izawudifikelele kulaa point noba ndibuthengisa utywala because like ngihambe ndisitsho ngokuba besivuka kusasa uqonde nanga ama-MD maninzi fundini ababutyala buthengwa ngapha eMidcorner so it did not make sense into yoba that we employ abantu to go and pick up ama-MD okanye to even clean after abantu besela utywala abangathengiswa kucity yabo so I think eventually ibizawudifikelele kuloo nto uba masibuthengiseni madoda masibuthengiseni yabo.
But there was no problem, Mosi. And you saw this happening in Kapa.
Yeah.
And abantu brought in utywala babo goes now. There was no problem. Why was it a problem for you? Abantu baza utywala goes now bazohlala pha kuwe and then when you see ba hey man somewhere somehow and feel grand ngale ba abantu bangathengi utywala kum but baza pha kum notywala.
Business business imali ndaba uzayibona bayile imali memibiza kuwe uyabo memibiza kuwe so because there were times that inyama mhlambi ingahambi kakhulu ngoba singathengisa utywala but xa uyovuka ngomso maninzi ama-MD pairs nosivu pha which means bebesela but they were not interested in buying meat okanye mhlambi on a Sunday umuntu ufike ebuhluthi utyile rice butternut ne-drumstick okwabo akakho point bamakathenga inyama so ufika sele uyabo uyele vibe yabo.
Okay, so basing ke ngoku on i-difficulties zothengisa utywala zorana nje iMidcorner as a whole, do you have any regrets ke moving the transition from inyama strictly to utywala?
None whatsoever.
None. Because I remember there was a year, and I'm not sure if it was 2-3 years back, I think maybe 3 times in 1 year or 2 times, but in the ends not once. So for me that but hey, I wonder the difficulty that they are going through. No see, no akona. Yeah, trauma and I think I would shut down the business immediately. Like hijacking or bonus armed robbery. Sorry, bonus away. Yeah.
No, I think in those robberies, they come with the territory when you're in business that handles cash. Yeah, so I'm going to call them or not to good business in terms of unless you security of human city no be intimidated, so a band would not take chances with it. Yeah, and I think one of the advantages that the Midcorner had or has over the years is that ukala kwa Midcorner zange ndiye kuphangela. So ukuphangela kwami I was able to direct some of my personal finances to growing in Midcorner. So as a result ukukhula for ezinye izinto personally they took a lendos ixesha because I was focusing on growing lo mntana wami ndiqale go 2015 yabo. So I would inject a lot of money towards Midcorner, but this is what I want to do. I want to grow this thing and ultimately mhlambi from Midcorner kuzophuma ezinye businesses that would ultimately become a legacy for umntana wami okanye nabantwana bami yabo, or even mhlambi kubenefit nabantwana bosister bami in the process.
Powerful. And speaking about your growth in Midcorner while you're working in Cape Town, the long distance relationship, nempazamo mhlambi team yakhe ezenzayo in your absence, yonke into ayibalisela. So how is the relationship injani? Do you think you're in touch nabamba setinarha? The long distance relationship between wena the business yakho.
Like UNISA effect.
Yeah, inzima yona, to be honest with you, was if bekiwa ngokwam and with imali permitting, I would be at Tinaga every weekend. But the reality is that in Corner I have business in Gulu, which makes a lot of money that would allow me to buy man book the ticket in Corner and base Tinaga every weekend. Yeah, because I know Abandu appreciate to see the face behind the business. Because ngalama class and bakona ngayo midcon you get to see ba no abantu bahead bayavuma oh now Svij lo kuthiwa I was a hand friend in the commission ngalo wesisikole but nina bona ba ayizolunga uyabo so yeah, but if I could I would be here every weekend. But fortunately in terms of business management in a team that I've been working with for a long time no Osigeno Akona, for instance, the two of them in the main. Nobody in 5 years on Spananabo. Savannah. Savannah, so we've got quite a solid relationship. If being go solid, yes, but because previously I've worked with the family members. Some of them have had to release at some point because of the differences in terms of how business was managed. So I up until this point I've got no reason to say let's part ways.
While we're still on our corner, our Fumani complaints is based on Bona specifically. Hey, service and one chai service kasi this and that. Bona complaints isn't Do you get as a complaints, and if you do, how do you handle such situations?
No, there's Fuman and time which way attitude you like grand and so on and so forth. So what I usually say respond to okay, I've noted it, I will raise the issue namachit. And fortunately with the technologies now we are able to screenshot complaint to screenshot to mail, so we've got a WhatsApp group and much it call. If I get this is the issue kwenze kindu. Yabo uzocacisela ke ngoba hayi kuthini kwathini I chance ngicela ngaphindi yenzekele wena because yes compromise in terms of business into yabo. Sometimes we would go back to lamb but I've addressed it sicela uxolo. If we can, we offer something as the lenders by keep this not chance, not call. Yeah.
Uskele mega wathetha ne-apha and binguwe kanye nebethetha but in terms of now like other businesses, I think bethetha ngelo live legacy and then having other businesses. At some point I remember undithumele WhatsApp message, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Drums, you were considering cleaning it drums.
Yeah.
Yaphelela bla idea.
Yeah. Hey, fun that no kwa up.
Can I answer my one no kwa ndoni?
As a result, land is a court because the high court is a. So what happened was I wanted to start Illinois a bin cleaning company, and not from Calabakas because I'm quite passionate about the development in Sitinach. If in a chance I would do everything I can to come and plow back to it now. So then the light and I born a money in way cleaning figure climbing alamini who pick up an eye empty. So you come in, you clean umgomo, Klaus Kelem game with Pument in Nagel and Umgomo clean fresh.
That's nice.
And then the approach I to the wife on the Pentec at the time, he did mechanical engineering, why sometimes. But man, you doing trailers, mobile fridges and stuff, mobile kitchens. Would you be able to do this thing? That unique concept. You only pele. But I also was we be able to deliver a specialty. That no I am sabins. What to funa it deposit. The whole project was costing about 64,000 rands.
Yes.
So what to funa at least it deposit. I think 70% up. So I paid him. Was the and I had started to register a company and I registered
Quano's cleaning services.
Quano's bin cleaning service.
Yeah, I remember.
That registered a company and did logos and stuff, but go can be born. Why Kalanyanum cheat. So I did a random visit, man, unannounced in Tanzania. The fake and yan wabe business using one bonus, but he has started on the project. Yeah, Lendo, but I can't. La because and then the follow-ups on this thing. Hey, lo mjita akaphendula izikhozo zami. Wabuyela kum wathi no uye wane financial challenges. Yebo. So ucela ngaske ndim assist. Yabuza kalibona bengasabuza uba uthe cwaka futhi xesha lithi koncelela because le nto ndingxamele ndiyafuna uyiphusha le way le. Yebo. Because I had even started the engagements mhlawumbe nomasipala as a pilot project inoba into kamasipala ezoba nkulu. Ndamfakela ke ngoku i-balance of the invoice. So which amounted to 64,000. Shit. After that, I guess I'm pinning them for man.
You are scarce, man.
Cela abantu kuyodaya elentos emdantsane kwafika kuthiwa lawe house ivaliwe is no longer there. He was not even paying rent and stuff like that. That posted something on Facebook. That idiot had the audacity to sue me for R1 million. Defamation of character for 1 million.
Yes.
So I approached Umihlali Svij, he's an advocate for legal advice. Daya kuye wangicacisela uMihlali biyamanjani. Watsho bakazokwazi represent because it would need lawyers abasegcini because le ufuna iya high court because bayise high court mos lawo ina namaqondo aqotha akhe.
Umkhulu uzixoza yena za high court.
So then a case for the knife
case as high court.
Okay, wait. Le case umna gokusithi ba le case segcini ne. I thought wena ba uyambamba for imali.
No,
when are you being sued?
Beningekayi yimi court.
Yes.
Beningekayi court.
Yes.
They are suing for R1 million.
Kappa imkili.
So sa reply through the lawyers. And then we made a counterclaim. That pay me my money and then pay the bill your lawyers. So nangoku about 2 weeks ago amagqotha ke bewucela extension endoni. I think bayazibona basekoneni abana case. So sathi thina sicela court date guys. Like ndifuna 64,000 rand yami banibhatelele namagqotha ami because I had to incur more costs paying amagqwetha to go and represent me ekhini.
Okay, speaking of amagqwetha man, in a quick 2 seconds answer. 2 seconds. Yes, did you really call amagqwetha for last one?
Yes, I did. No, I did. The Tata Sri as a brand.
Yeah.
The business yami mikhona bra. It's my baby. Yes. I need to protect it.
Yes.
If I don't know about an insult him personally. The reputation yam is the only thing I have to be able to ban cool as an individual. So Klaus uxoka ngami uthetha ntoni nantoni ngami yabo. So icase kalazola it was not a personal thing. Ndamcela ulazola kahle ba ndakucela mani nganami khayithulele way. He was arrogant about it. Ba anizoyenza nto.
Okay, benifuna nje that just the 2 seconds.
So I then approached amagqwetha ba ndicela nilungiselele mani because kaloku it's messing up my brand. You can't create a poster yomlo. Ufake logo yasemithkhona because I even said to him if I did the same thing and ndithatha logo unique funerals yenze lephuma ecaleni uzawuthwala. Yeah, understand uzawuthwala because ibrand yakho kwabo. Yeah, understand. Yeah, so that was the issue yabo but ke it became that I'm over it. We moved on.
Okay, so before we move on guys, are any Facebook comments or questions that we need to ask Svij quickly?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Okay.
Yes, there is.
Bring.
Okay, did me?
College boy.
Betone accent yase yamakhalari. Ayikho ecollege la accent.
Hey, that's
If you make black accent yamakhalari because ayikho la nto.
Oh yes. Let me give me this one. Aphiwe chwaita. Aphiwe chithwane ya whatever. Uti, why is Meat Corner operating only on weekends and not on certain public holidays? Does that mean Meat Corner is making enough money?
Yo, I wish we sent
another song.
Yeah.
Man, there's not a lot of questions from people though. There's one that is asking about is there beef between you and the owner of Endaweni, chairman?
Owner
Owner A. And then there's one the one that seeks to ask by is there any solution to combat the issue of long queues when there is an event? There's also one that seeks to know Indobanaba, why did the chairman not come back and assist Sasko when they heard that Pasma was dominating CPUT? I think that's political.
Team chairman?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we start from the top, please? The top one is why is Meat Corner operating on weekends and on a certain public holidays?
Yeah. Look, I think sayizama into yovula 7 days a week, and we sort of realized but there's no business during the week. Uchisinguni from Ksaz kube ngene customer one, Monday to Thursday, Monday to Thursday, so a business has overheads, so uchisinguni mhlambi as a 500 rands would last you 2 days. You've got people working by mid corner that must be paid. So mnobangele mid corner during the week akanaxesha lonobakanga kungene customers.
Yes.
Akayoyanga lonto le uyabo. So ufuna imali yakhe qha at the end of the day. So you have to pay. So you end up running at a loss. So performance in mid corner is better on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yabo. So ideally we would love to operate from Monday to Monday if we could. At some point, if we get siphine sibuyele kulana yoyitest market. I think ngino sasinelaka yayo before things utshwala inyama was doing well. Yabo. So it also meant that usivu ngumkhonzi omkhulu serious. Mhlambe ngumdikoni. He had no issues to go and buy meat at mid-corner. So when we started selling alcohol, then mid-corner became associated nendawo yotshwala. Ndingumdikoni xa wena nizoyethenga inyama kulanda yotshwala. Yabo. So abanye abantu ke ngoku saluza some aspects ze market yethu ba asizokwazi uyapha. Baya kwezi ndawo zingathengisa itshwala. Yabo. Yeah. What was the second one?
The other one is there beef between you and the owner yendaweni?
No, there's no beef between myself and the owners and Darwin. I think Lendo ikalele ngento ye post yam. I think we need to clear this thing.
Yavuya mani ngabuzwa ka city yasi.
We need to clear this thing. Ikale ngento ye post yam ya December.
Yes.
We had problems go December. Yabo. Kulento yele COVID. Funeka kuvaliwe ngo I think I'm not sure it was 9 or 10 ixesha lovala at the time of December. Yabo. Amapolisa without fail ayefika almost on a daily basis at mid-corner around 5 azosikhumbuza ba kuyavalwa ke ngo ningayilibali curfew. Yabo. Okay, no account so comply. Yabo. And of course being the person that I am and being employed kuhulumende, I would not want to be seen on the other side of umthetho.
Yes.
Because is a eyes on compromiser as umdu but nespan sam as well. Yabo. So afika amapolisa nyani mhlawumbe 30 minutes before ixesha le curfew. Siqoqosha izinto sicinga umculo kuvala kuthiwena. But you get to learn that there's 3-4 other establishments eziqhubaya until 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And it was not in Darwin car.
Okay.
Yabo. It was not in Darwin. Omadateni were pushing way beyond the curfew and a couple of other establishments. Yabo.
Yes.
Yabo. So
and you had a problem with that?
I did not have a problem with Darwin. I had a problem with the behavior of my police.
Okay. Okay. This was about
the post yam was addressing my police.
Yes.
So I think Abandu misconstrued what I was saying by interpreting Noba I'm attacking Darwin. So I think mhlambi Unombombo made the mistake of thinking and attack or retaliate and whatever form that he did. But it was not about Darwin. Honestly and genuinely speaking.
Like since the subject, yes.
You heard it here first.
so obviously there was this back and forth. Lo uti. So we tatele kuye about the Giyaki establishment.
Sure.
And then from our point of view as abantu bayibukeleyo this status, I'm sure we all made the same mistake of thinking okay because abantu abaninzi in most cases they move from a mid corner to endaweni because savuliwe pha.
Sure.
So in our thinking okay, I know uthetha ngale ndawo.
Sure.
Okay, we cleared it up ngokubengathethi ngendaweni bethetha ngamapolice.
Yeah.
Now so there's this misconception about you guys have beef according to what they see on Facebook. So people are thinking about okay, buy beef up. Now PT we are in Cape Town, these guys are taking a picture together. We had Mbombo up, was it last week or the previous week?
2 weeks. Yeah, last week, but 2 episodes back.
Okay. So Ulapa, and then he said Banano, City Benepana came through Saturday photo. That was it.
Yeah.
Was it the same for you? Because after that, we were getting abantu who were posting this picture. They were tagging you guys.
Sure.
But they say, yeah, this is nice. No, guys, kuba no hlobo. Watini, abanye bafuna nini, you know, do things together. What we want to know, what I'm sure abanye abaniza bafuna uyazi that from your point of view, where are you guys at?
Yeah. There's no beef. Not beef, no more. Personally, I don't know. He might have his own issues with me. I don't think he has.
He doesn't.
Dan garden siya kwalo. Imikona is always closed before, for instance, Ulu. Esa kwalo umbombo. Sivale na machita. Mhlawumbe on a Sunday, boza sizospana man. Siyophola kwalo. Yebo. Sifike siphe utshwala kuba sithengisa utshwala would go and buy. Sihlale selwe namajita yabo. I did the same thing when it started opening yabo. And then without issues yabo. So I did not beef now.
Yeah, even now man, even now even Galami's.
Yeah, no, I was there. A lot of people don't know about it, but let's address the issue as a Cape Town. A Cape Town no being visited by Ulukanyums, what up to now? Who runs Umonde in Motherwell. Ulukanyo not taxi, yes, he's a CEO of cheap. So Ulukanyo visits me, and then but you move up Ace. You know it's fine and so if man got Ace, you have quick high later. But moving not tax by Ace. And then I later on eventually joined them kwa Ace. So still kwa Ace kudikri umbombo wama na fiance yake. I'm there chilling na majita, smoking like I always do, and feeling this pole. Okay, Sibus, yes, and the non So, salutane, but say who's it grand, bra? No, what brings you here? No, be Elendozi Petika Metemu, Suzuko no Abanendo. Yeah, so we're a brief chat, but younger land it's not necessary. It's really not necessary. And I think as well, the two of us need to guard against being influenced about comments zabandu on social media.
Yeah.
Because I think baselayo.
Yes.
So if we don't rise above that and be mature enough to say let's just
do you not think Bana he has a problem now and beef now because you go to you go to now I don't know about abanye abantu, but I've never seen umbombo a
midcorn.
I've seen
it. Ever
I think why ugqibela kwami uAsia eMidcorner, it was at the times of things inyama yodwa as far as I can recall, and as amajita span eMidcorner angathetha something different because and because it means mhlambe okay why after that yabo. You see the other thing you must also acknowledge the fact that the mid-corner, if you get disruptor establishment, like if you get kuno jwaha, kuno lunendoni, certain sinyam, which was not an issue for abanye abantu, was competing nabo. As a result, when I had said, but sizawuthenga utshwala the mid-corner, even abantu basekhaya were not comfortable with it, but sensitively area ufuna ungena kuyo abantu basitinaga banochuku nendoni. I then said but no one owns the market. No one owns tinaga. Litinaga lethu sonke ndingowa lapha tinaga, I'm going to take my chances up tinaga yebo. So ke mhlambi ke having started ke ngokulana uyothenga utshwala yabenza uncomfortable abanye abantu, we're not happy with it. So we've been pushing mid-corner for 6 years. We're standing for 6 years, 6.5 years.
Moving away from this topic,
yeah, okay. No, I wanted to straighten something out because that switch there seemed like he's not sure about whether Umbombo has a beef with him or not. Yeah, well, Umbombo was here 2 episodes back. He straight up said Bangabana agana beef.
Yeah.
Kuya bayavana and whatever. Yeah, so since babevana according to Bona and now song says Tinakabayavana, can we expect a collaboration of some sort from you guys? Because I've seen Ilanuga a Black Impala.
Sure.
A Black Impala I've seen the name Black Impala in other establishments.
Yes.
I've even seen it festival, pop-ups known festival I've seen you picnic pop-up stores and but could we expect collaborations from you guys, because you guys like own entertainment straight up mid corner nasendaweni.
I'm not opposed to working with anyone up at Tinaga.
Okay.
If it means like vibe grand emnandi. But to an extent that Glendo Bektua.
You've been vague, really. You've been vague.
Are you for?
You've been now.
I can work with them both. Even we can even for that matter say. When he invades mid corner on the one. We have a DJ, Robert Smith, not those are going to play a mid corner for 1 weekend. We do the same thing, return the favor. So he ends on a mid corner, have banners. I can do that. I've got no issues. To a point that, for instance, because he works quite closely with Bomb. National DJs. It's not necessary for us to bring national DJs on the same day. I couldn't need. Market it's almost the same market, yabo. Kungaske si understand ba nizawuzisabani nini. Yabo. So that I don't book umhlambi uskelem ke 5th ka August. Kanti wena bo plan uziskelem nge 6th August bengadini sabotage.
Yeah.
So siyasazama ke ngoba na lo relationship through uzolani, uyabo. Sisathethisana ke ba okay no sizawuzisulamiza. There's a plan kuzazu Oscar, so as Clash, let's push.
Zolani sekufuna apha now.
In fact, mawela baba bathathu siyenzeni yonke lento ibe ine-1. Take it away.
Yeah, no. Like the generalize your business side of things, because you had the cleaning services, sure. You had the mid corner, sure. And then now not so long ago you had initiative that Nani Janice
NPO.
Yes, NPO.
Who is Us Foundation?
Yes. Can you speak about that?
Yeah. Look, I'm quite passionate. Like when she don't get developed in the castle, especially up on a bush. So, education, we might have had the challenges with the school and so on. So I then initially had this idea, but it would be nice mhlambi to organize abantu abaphangela basetinarha yebo sithi mhlambi ba cares sivu sifuyile, let's contribute 100 rands a month umzekelo senze debit order la mali is towards education fund, and then we start identifying abantwana Solomon Mahlangu, Molly Blackburn, Thanduxolo High School that have performed well but don't necessarily have scholarship to go to a higher education the following year. Yeah, so we then tap into those resources. But okay, sinabandu abai 1,000 that contributes 100 rands each a month. Yeah, that is how much? Is it 100,000 a month? 100,000 a month. You do the maths over the year. Is about money. How many people can we be able to assist at the beginning of the year? So taking about scholarships, but they've done well. Siba okay, because in reality is that abanye abantu abazobana mali move from Tinaga to other Gauteng, yes. Or UJ or Tatwe CPUT in Cape Town. Yes. We say okay, we'll fund you a one-way ticket to Cape Town, then mali registration, then allowance for the year, and then go same time we networking and we assist about how they go about applying for NSFAS. So that was the initial idea. And then COVID came. So COVID came in 2019. Abantu lost jobs. Abanye abaphangeli kwabantu. Then kune challenges abantu abangakwazi ukufuna into yokutya nento. Yes. So we then said okay, must case consideration can we be able to identify mhlawumbe said landlords families ezithile ezingathatha intweni esizokwazi uzinceda.
Yes.
And then we did that. We went onto that Facebook group. Sa we rallied abantu baseTinarha. They came through abantu baseTinarha shem. And then we assisted, I think at the time it was 18 families.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, this is we're supposed to continue that thing. We're still sitting with Asityang Mali. 6,000 rand here. Esisaplana basizoyenza ntoni ngayo. Ikhona imali, uyabo. Sisaplana ubasenza ntoni ngayo. But ke like I had said, iyona nto sifunayo, focus on education. Okay. But ke we'll tap into other things if we're as and when we can.
So it's still the project is still going.
It's still going, but it is better working from home. Yeah. So a lot of those people that were organized as Eleanor's coordinating team, so besquaz can direct energies towards land. Yavu like levels as a dropper. Banba Kalsupangela, a challenge to get Abandu together and get focused again. But I think it can still be done. It's a dope initiative. There's done as always. It
was all over Facebook.
You have Facebook?
Yeah.
Ngosiputting was Kanyisela with regards to that initiative. A question. E1, it's based on that one. It seeks to know Indoba. What is the criteria? About like e-selection as families that you guys help. It any criteria like what do you guys look at?
Yeah. Look, it was at the time was to say, but if kunabandu abayazi, mhlawumbe nomelwane wakho wazi ba kuyasokola kakhulu, komntu phangelayo, balala mhlawumbe engatyanga okanye betyimile one. And then we had from a coordinating team here to go and assess the situation and confirm by Nyan Lolo. So they did that, and then we chose with families, and then we made a contribution of groceries. I think they were costing about 1,000 rands for each family. Proper stuff, not all no-name brand as well.
Oh, okay. Since you have this plan, Yale initiative.
Yeah.
And then you have the plan, your mid-corner obviously, and then you have the clinics. What can you give us your overall plan, your Tinarha? Okay, you were going there.
Yes, I want his ideal unique dream, like
yeah.
Something.
Look, ideally, we are collectively able to base a like the initial idea behind the Ubuntu is us initiative.
Okay.
Sikwazi club. Sizonke ngabantu baseTinarha si direct resources zethu to be able to assist abantu academically. Because for us sikwazi into ba ubona ba unemployment siyayibetha eTinarha funeka sifundile guys yebo asizokwazi sonke ba after u grade 12 matric anifuna uyofunda. If EW good year, Krombeck can only take so much. Yeah, so it means abanye bethu need to go beyond grade 12. Post matric education is important, becomes important for us. Mhlambi ke if umhlamba ungomntu wencwadi technical, go to colleges guys. Different colleges are there. Become an artisan, go and get a skill, ube plumber. Uthini. But so my ultimate dream for him is to see abantu befunda and being passionate about education, because that is basically the only thing is Oskuba. Now those businesses to genuinely support local businesses, local brands, genuinely support each other. But in the process, nathi masingathengiselani imidubulo okanye poor services and poor quality products. We expect about support because it's supporting in the name of black business, but uthengisela into swag yabo. So nathi must produce quality stuff sisupportane ngendlela right, ngendlela emnandi sikhulisane.
This project like last question about this project, is it supported by Usfuyile Watani or in Mid-Corner? Okay, by the way, episode yanamhlanje yethu is sponsored by Mid-Corner. Mid-Corner yethu, Mid-Corner yabantu. Ipati kumnandi. Uyayazi ufumane kaphi. So my question is the initiative. is it supported by, is it supported by Imid Corner Svij? 1, 2, are there any projects as sponsorishwa Imid Corner besides going live with Skelem and Friends?
Leya ino be supported ngusvuyile Ubuntu is as foundation. But we've done a couple of initiatives through Imid Corner or as Imid Corner. We've sponsored quite a number of schools up in the main with school uniform, full school uniform, slang, ukausi, shorty, tunic, jersey, ne hempe abanye abantu. We've done that Omavuba, Gonchi, Ntungwane, and so on and so forth. We've done those things. Our recent request was Yombagas. Maybe for abantwana by 15, we donated those things. Yeah, so when business is okay, is doing good, we're able to plow back. So ideally, ngaskelano skwazi uyenza siqhube for the longest time. Sometimes we even rally abantu basetinarha klando ye uniform. Seba sizoba ne event. Sabhatala 20 rand egate. Besa 20 rand siyazithatha zonke siye towards the uniform. Yabo. And previous labantu they've come in numbers basas. So take as uniforms.
Man,
we used to have fun events at
One question
block party
is around this, yeah.
I was just commenting, Jeba. We used to have fun events in Midcorner. But do you remember the block party?
Robot party.
Red, don't know,
Pamela, I have a question about Tibana. Where do you draw inspiration as a person, as a father, as a husband, and as a businessman? What keeps you moving in those aspects in your life, of your life?
Look, I think of that. I've been focused since the birth of my son, 2011. My son was born 2011, and from that point onwards, the SARS, but I only want the best for Mnyana.
I'm buying 10,000.
So not only for Unyana, I'm quite an ambitious person, but I don't do quasi. Like at some point was I don't do uifunai as Unyana cool. We are standing cousins like so I equally don't want a socio-economic gap between Unyana and cousins like. So as the cool probably progress in business, be able to take care of my nephews as well and nieces. But also so that is my ultimate goal and what drives me. But to make sure that abandona be too, bakula be right. Bakula be right.
In the future, we can see that the family you be close in case when they go call in even bakashile and then
look, Leno 10K so it was my son's 10th birthday, Glunyak. So some booze about phone Suzukwenza like party, who's been invited to Mizako, your cousins from Etinacha, they come through for the weekend, send the party. I don't know iPhone party.
Boy!
Yay. So Funandon, yet I'll think about it. Then I'll let you know. So yeah, let's say no mama wa no. In fact, he wants to go out fine dining. Nice restaurant.
Fine dining.
Nice restaurant and funny spend and funny tashas. Then I want to go to a proper restaurant and then you guys buy me gifts. So we then said, but okay, that Lamali that would have come initially spent. Say entertain abanye abantu so no ithatha le mali sinikele mntwana
straight up
10K. It's an investment for all. It's as not as if sithetha ngomuntu ozovuka ngomso ayoyityala mali kusasa uyabo. So now let's give him 10K, which is sort of iyathetha to age yakhe 10,000 10 years. So some nik 800 ngemali mntwana.
Yeah, but the reason why is not I look to go anything, but it's just banana. Lenwana was I think I watched you posted a video.
Sure.
But is 18 years, this I save or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I wanted Kalendo Lena was bana la nwana didi incance kuwe la nto yo save imali kanye mhlambi did you want to start something akanye
okanye ixelelwe bamayithi izayi-invest. I mean, I know he's 10 years old. What does he know about investments?
Okay, jonga boyne jonga saw shoota investor. Okay, 3 2 1.
No, fortunately badlile la ntwana, so he's able to determine by ifuna uthini ngo life why. Ifana noba mhlambi on for school holidays iyazikhethela befuna yakhe, ifuna basetinarha kanye ifuna basemdantsane. Yabo the maternal side family yakhe semdantsane, yabo. So but ndingumuntu oyicalculateayo lando from isencinci your investor saving money. You need to start thinking about working for yourself, not work for anyone else. As a result, I think the cash box. Uqala kwayo, that is the cash box uzobana sifake imali, yabo. Sifake imali. Sayibala imali yoqala. I think it amounted to about 700 rands. That what we're going to do, we'll take this money. So I'm gonna take you to the bank. So you have a bank account. So I savings ayo zoqala zasuka pha. So yeah, money save imali. Nami xa nene loose count apha kumbuto ifaka la cash box. So even
parenting.
So before even ngoku birthday, I think if we really glad to eat, but I've got 15,000 rands.
Yeah.
So before his birthday, he had over 5,000 rands in his account. For me, like money to a cash box.
I thought it was a mistake. He has
no
15.
Yeah.
I was bad.
It was a mistake, bro.
So sayifundisa lana ba save money, start doing your own things, focus on ukwenza business, ungayophangelela omnye umuntu uzawucotha.
Very powerful. Svij ixesha lethu almost siyaphela.
Before liphela man.
Ndafunda umbuzo about okay
umna ndifuna ukubuza ngo Stephen Mendy, yabo. Stephen Mendy they used to be irregulars in Midcon. I'm not sure if they were irresidents or anything like that. Yeah, so I saw a relationship with you guys. Yeah. I think you bought them. I'm not sure if he Midcon or the drum set and everything. So they were the thing. Yeah, what happened there? Was there a relationship? Was it just an investment from your side? Or like charity work, like being a philanthropist or whatever?
No, I think I think maybe Sakala at the time. The career yabo as a duo, yabo.
Yeah.
Lendon. But bana bedla like Midcon because baby ngikabikho exposed kakhulu. Bafumana gigs. There's no beef. Kuthi nabo basiya sike basibabizi nango bazodlala and pay them for the lendos. So they then approached me back kunale equipment that they saw somewhere online. I think bafuna uyithenga but baya short.
Okay.
So ndaba assist again lendos ngala zange bathengele.
Okay.
No sabancedisa.
Okay.
I imagine as haslishela imali yabo but bathi baya short for ubaba lendos. So then we assisted them to get that thing.
Bengicela ungifakele ku headphones.
Ku headphones.
Cela ngidele headphones.
Imali headphones.
4,000. Tishoda 3.5.
Kaloku siba 40sile usile. Siba sponsorishe i-photo session o DJs balapha eTinarha because kudala sisokola apha le. Xa kufuneka senze posters, we're not able to do proper posters o DJs ba local. So then said I approach Skelemba, une studio sakho. Zithini packages zakho for i-photo sessions namajito yabo. One chaza Skelemba that hamba kaloku ba and then I'll pay again from majita to have a photo session so that they have proper posters. Because what we want to do that in between as events as national DJs elisusiva mabekwe poster naye yabo umsija bekwe poster uCabs abekwe poster uyabo omsira babekwe posters ba okay turn up Saturday or essential Sunday eMidcorner bafakwe ku posters. I think it's good for Illinois careers zabo as well yabo naye umuntu uCabs uzospeed profile yakhe ba.
And at least you don't have to ask him for a picture.
Yes. Because ofuna ipicture kusiva kuthubela selfie. Waiting selfie for a poster.
In closing honor yetu, what would you say Bangabana has been the best thing for you regarding opening in Midcorner? What's the best thing about opening in Midcorner?
The worst, yes.
And the worst.
Best and the worst.
Yeah.
The best thing is that we influence changing the entertainment game as it now. From your traditional tavern, like Benchilo earlier on.
Yes.
Traditional shipping. See, Chinjili came up. Cool. We'll probably, if not the first or amongst very few establishments before Endawenungogu to bring national DJs. We establishment. Picnic has been doing the most picnic in terms of bringing Elanders in national DJs. We are pushing the papa. Yeah, but even Corner has done that. It changed the game. Yeah, and then came other establishments. The worst. What's the worst, guys?
Competition.
Not really competition.
Besides
Roach, it's not the worst, but it's dealing with the difficult market. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst.
Yeah.
But the market here to yeah, it's difficult to please. Yeah, you can try, utini, asayana. Kalelelo lencini ba umanozise ukuthi mina sisinational DJs eziyi1 ngokoko sifuna nithi khona uyazi ufuna ukuthini yabo.
I remember there was a time we started yabana bit gonna see that time sima garage asikho
that's all ke
uyakotola
uyahlala phansi
but did yabana bit
yabana
I remember that.
Yeah,
Roban ndifuna imibuzo man ndifuna ubuyumva leso romanzintyele. You mentioned Paki family, your mom passed away early.
No, my dad.
Oh, your dad. So is it why are you playing this father figure in a way even the family like be close to you? Is it the drive in the bone as and I call back in terms of Isindo?
Sure.
So
sure.
the hunger land, the whole influence, is it because you lost your father at an early age? Now you're trying to fill up those pieces.
Not really, man. But I think the advantage now is that the kulele kwikhaya no mama no tata. Time I had was thana kakhulu. Yabo. Bengumuntu oziselelayo uphangela VW. Buye hlala selikhale black label yakhe.
Yini beyenza lento ka I love you son.
Akuyenza kakhulu akuphuze. Ibiyenza kakhulu ithaba bengumuntu onothando kakhulu. And what we picked up fortunately both umama no tata ifamily zabo bebezithanda kakhulu. Yabo. And bebezihloniphile kakhulu. Yabo. So I think into enincance kubo into yothanda ifamily. Yabo. Umama utata for instance beyithanda nefamily yakulo mama to a point that I found it strange. I think sisakho wayefika sele no tata zala wakhe yakho tata kamama bafike basala, but at no point did my father disrespect utamkhulu wami ngoba bahlale bashushe bathini, but uyayisazi ba utata katata ngutata yabo alendoza. So I think better la advantage yokhula nthandwa. So naturally, we are able to do the same thing for your own offspring.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I think Lando, your kulutano kwenu I build a confidence ku. Because I know the time kai. I don't go around the kangela public affirmation.
Yeah.
You don't like me, it's okay. It's okay. They are time kai. I know they are time kai. So it's one of the things I try to inculcate with. Yeah, we are time. It doesn't need anything else or no one else.
Yes.
We are asked by anything. I've got a solid foundation of love. And so I'm in Kangalutando.
We've passed the hour mark. But it would be unfair not to ask you anything related to Zuma. What's your whole take regards to the president?
No, but I think I've been open about it. Nagu Facebook. Nagu Facebook.
Yes, the talk like similar. From the view.
Look, if you are, it had to get to a point that Uhulumen or even the judiciary proves that no one is above the law. A part of me wanted him bamagabanjwe, so that it becomes a lesson not only for Yena, but for everyone else to know about akomdu above the law, regardless about what other position you occupied in society. respect the law. Xa sithi sikufuna commission, iya commission. Xa sithi sikufuna court for open lamatyala akho, iya court open lamatyala akho. But now that lesson has been pushed into ba makayifunde. Nabanye abantu hopefully have learned from it. I know no problem to uyakhulula on Monday. Umdala guys, he's an 18-year-old.
So I'm doing it now.
No,
it's gonna.
How many?
No, I'm not saying it must be done outside the ambits of the law. Yeah, but the due process is zomthetho mazilandelwe.
Yeah.
Bamba ngakhuluma. But angikhali ubona umuntu ona 8 ahlala etrongweni for 15 months.
Masibane because the politics is elana go on forever.
Last one.
I'm of the understanding that this is your show and I don't want to disturb it in any kind of way. But your show is so inspiring in such a way that I feel the need to ask one or two questions, but I'll ask one. Svij, can we go back to that?
I must want to talk.
I'm thought of it. Sorry.
Svij, can we go back to that narrative, your family, ne? Because first of all.
Sure.
Secondly, our family situations aren't relatively the same.
Sure.
And there are people who don't have that la set up a nuclear family no mama no tata no bani. So as kukabana bayemikona ke kabangenayo lando yoba kubekho mama no tata kubekho like if family is fun yabo. So I want you to give that advice to people who don't have the same setup as you. Abantu bengenazo za families no mama no tata. Mhlambi no mami family enye ino tata enye ayinabazali at all enye ino cousins no bigger sister. So as umntu wena who was lucky enough to have that upbringing yabo, what advice would you give them as owners mid corner, people who come to you to find like Shambi about no bang emakhaya but they baze mid corner to find that sense of like bafuna like erase all of those family troubles that they have. So what would you as an owner give them to say like what advice would you give those people, because not everyone is fortunate enough to have that family background babe no mama no tata bathandayo. So I want you to give us that kind of advice, but what would you advise that to us? Thank you.
Look, I think it may sound cliche, but I think the most important thing is that not to allow a background to define your future.
Yes.
I don't come from a rich family.
It will never become cliche.
I don't come from a rich family, but I'm determined to become rich. And to make sure that unyana wamu, when he has to start beyond schooling, he starts on a better platform than I was when I started. So if you kulungena mama no tata, that should drive you enough ndoba taune family yakho to love, nurture it and take care of it. Because when azango benayo la opportunity. So the best that you can do is give the best for your own sibling or for your own offspring. If you are able to extend it to abantwana bo sister bakho, abantwana bo brother bakho, you do the same thing. You do the same thing. But so ubana lando ba dikhulele ekhaya elitsha, therefore I can't dream to go and stay at Veins. No, ndifuna Veins. In fact, even better yet, I want to go and stay in the Summerstrand. Ndivule festival and better is Breeze Park because I could tinach.
I love more.
Because I could tinach. So be motivated. Look for things that inspire you. But uzobangela ma push.
Kukhona question kanjani elapha kumifoni personal yabo?
But I'm not sure before we close.
I'm not sure if I should ask because in the controversy phakathi.
Coming it's
part of la endaweni and mid corner beef.
Leyamle is more aligned with but this is my personal question. Like if anyone would come up to you, I don't know how much, I don't know if financial muscle.
Okay.
Yeah, well, apparently the message is so imuscle ikhona. Khona imuscle.
I-Mercedes ayiseyendi nkulu guys. Into serious zi-Porsche ngoku ne-Range Rover
aspirations. Basically what I wanted to ask him is that if someone would come to you at Bana, that's which I have a business idea.
Sure.
I need 64,000. Sorry, but anyway, I need, let's say 60. Let's round it up. I need 60,000. I have this business idea. As an ayoko, we born about hey, this thing is gonna work. Yeah, born about it's gonna work. Business plan is tight and everything. Would you invest in that business just to uplift Lomdu Law from Apetina?
Yeah, bona, Svij, once you start engaging in business, ne, and it was ufuna ukukhula now as a business person, and venture into other things, ube a diverse business profile. So if you would approach me with a business idea and you want to be solid, I've got the means to finance it. Mhlambi, the approach would be to say, I can give you the 64K, but the liquid.
Yeah, for sure.
The equity in this thing. So we become partners. I can become a silent partner, but I want to climb 30-40% stake on it.
We track on.
So I can do that. But like for instance, the past year or so, Ben Banika Bandimali party, not for to start up businesses. People who are already in businesses, but tender.
Okay.
Yeah, but on a purchase order, a bond purchase order.
Yeah.
I need 50,000 rands. So I would have a business transaction alarmed about Mzuknika 50,000 rands, but I want 25% interest on it. So you pay me back. Because unlike assist from a grounding, it will take a long time for you to get your money.
And it might not work.
It may not even work. It may it may lenders fail the concept. So if on a purchase order, you got a gig to go and when I scale them, your video rise as some event, Nelson Mandela, Bay Municipality. That's Fiji. The way money for 10 blocks, Nancy purchase order, they will pay me on a date. I can give you 10,000 rands. It didn't be the 25% when you get your money. So you pay me back. What is
12.5?
Yeah, 12.5. Yeah. I do those things.
No, that's amazing.
So
we must see on a business level. Skellen, do you have something? Because I do have.
No, go. Let's go. Okay. Kala uthe uyilana ukuyistructure shile qala uthi bangabana ne the owners etinarha zithu obviously it's like I call literal, it's not in a literal sense, but ke sere entertainment etinarha yabo sine owners zithu and ke thina ke sizi patrons sibona as a rival or as you guys cleared yabo but ke lo mntu uthi bangabana enye owner iyaphisa ngotywala enye iowner iyasiqhayisela ngotywala yabo meaning bangabana ne I mean endaweni there's always these competitions umbombo that azirana ku Facebook apha abantu ngotywala and whatever yabo and then when you would post uhleli phaa kwendlini with your Glenlivet or whatever that you're drinking ne sika yakho what would be your take on that? I
remember to buy a Cubana, this is a cup. That's which that Calapa bonus, I a green point. But anyway, let's go up. So,
I'm telling us black.
As competitions are says, I send away as a fagel pressure, in mid corner in the no answer to give back because it's somewhat a piece of what you allow.
I need to pee.
Look, like. You're thinking here to obvious slides of fire in terms of what we want to do, in terms as far as contribution here to society is concerned.
Yes.
And also what purpose it will serve for Remit Corner to Bama Spacing Mutual. And in your poster, Facebook profile, yam. That is me. That is my life. So that is my lifestyle. Pie. Kune Facebook page yaseMidcorner. Akukhutshwa owner Svij waseMidcorner ku Facebook page. Esela iGlenlivet at 15-year-old.
15-year-old.
So it's going to be unfair to be dictated to about how I should be behaving.
When on your personal space.
And that's what I'm going man, guys. Abanye abantu mhlambe are not going to be happy and comfortable with me drinking 15-year-old or 18-year-old on Facebook or Instagram. Abanye abantu get inspired by mhlambe fuck la man. Ngenxa life yabo. Fine lam chitu life ayo grand. Let me hustle and work harder. Ndizofikela lapho and mhlambe ngihlale nami ephulini ngichaye isigaga ndiphole. Yabo. Abanye abantu are going to see it as isingunzo noxhomo. Yabo.
Abanye would see it as a motivation to push harder.
Abantu bazayibona different, my brother. Yabo. If we can still continue to contribute towards uniform nendoni, we'll do that as opposed to pisa ngotywala and whatnot. Yabo. Thinking here as business people as well is not going to be the same. Yabo. I respect abanye abantu abazenzayo and we'll just do what we can do and are able to do eMidcorner.
All right. So we should be expecting a collab soon.
Anyway,
that's it, guys. We're gonna give it to Svij in closing if he wants to share anything or he wants to sell anything to you guys or
what to expect the eMidcorner in the next few months, because you have all namhlanje.
Yes, them two that
I don't expect him because the numbers have not improved. The COVID new cases.
College boy.
They've been above
20,000. Beautiful. This was lovely though. I didn't know you like that, but now I know you like that.
Sure, man.
I wrote, man, I will aspire that. I got you work.
Sharp nails.
I didn't know. Yeah. All I knew was Midcorner.
If you didn't know, now you know.
Nigga, that's future. All I know, Midcorner. But thank you so much. I just wanted to. That's all I wanted.
I love you guys.
Sure. It was interviews sifunde kakhulu sinesisho bininzi into bisingayazi sifunde but safuna usho in closing what abantu basethi can expect eMidcorner in the next few years, even in the next few years, because
tell us about this brand, yes, because I see this thing in Benibone namhlanje.
No, I know this brand. Gasiya makazo sponsor this show.
Hi, Brand Garcia. Usi is my cousin actually. Okay. We're second generation cousins. You see, so a cousin now. So I support him. And is the pillar as eMidcorner in my absence. You see, so it's only fair that and him supported them. We initiatives like.
And eMidcorner.
eMidcorner. Hey, eMidcorner. To even change the outlook as eMidcorner, even the actual establishment. But I think it's I don't own the property as eMidcorner. So that is my biggest challenge eMidcorner, not owning the property. So you had limit in terms of what we are able to do eMidcorner. We're renting it from SNDLS. We've got a good relationship now. We have had no issues with them for the past 6.5 years. We've approached them to sell the place. We respect that. In the near future, but we're respecting the spaces to do their own thing. And when the right time comes, if it's out the fake, we'll buy it. but if usinoze sifumane lelo singenza amasimba.
Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you, Svij, for coming through.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Guys. Sponsored by Mikona.
Why your hair smell flower? Why your hair smell flower?
Okay, baby,
I got cream. I can't do the flower.
What's up, PE? Oh, yo, actually, Kadeha. It's my first time in Kadeha, but KP has been home, so Kadeha is home. But it's the first time I'm here, brought by my guy, Svij, known as Goodies, you know. Tonight I'm out there.